The new 4-star catalyst that's coming up in the 5.2 first phase banner is going under the radar as one of Mualani's best weapons. Here are some numbers. Ring of Yasha R5 is doing 1,078,000 damage per rotation. Sacrificial Jade R5 is doing 1,268,000 damage per rotation. Mualani's signature at R1, 1,374,000 damage per rotation. And for our new catalyst at R5, Waveriding Whirl, it is clocking in at 1,277,000 damage per rotation. And as you can see, it is slotting in comfortably next to Sacrificial Jade. How is this possible? Hello everyone, this is Timmy's Bird. I stream, I meme Genshin Impact, and I do some light theory crafting. When I go online and search Waveriding Whirl, it seems that not many people has noticed it. It's unexpected that an energy recharge substat weapon can do this much for Mualani. To answer this question, we have to look at Mualani's energy recharge. This is a common theme that I often play for my Mualani. Mualani, Yelan, Silunan, and Xiangling. With Yelan using one skill, proxying Favonius, Silunan using one skill, proxying Favonius, and my Xiangling is using Engulfing Lightning, but some people can use Favonius Xiangling as well. So let's look at Mualani's energy recharge. If we want to burst every rotation, if Xiangling is not holding Favonius, it's gonna be 171 ER. If Xiangling is holding Favonius, it's gonna be 155 ER for Mualani. This is in-game footage of my Mualani with 131 recharge. Because she has very mid artifact, I did not specifically aim for energy recharge. It just happens to be this way. And clearly you can see that she can only burst once every other rotation. So I believe the energy recharge number on the sheet to be correct. Now this is where the new weapon slot in perfectly. 61 energy recharge allows Mualani with 2 ER substat to burst every rotation, or we can give Xiangling Favonius and that would allow Mualani to burst every rotation. But just ER substat is not enough to make this weapon this good on Mualani. This is when we have to look at the passive of the weapon. At Refinement 5, it is giving Mualani 40% max HP, and for every Hydro Elemental type character in the party, max HP is increased by another 24%. The maximum increase that can be achieved in this way is 48%. In this party, Mualani, Yelan, Silunan, Xiangling, we have 2 Hydro characters. So the passive is enabled fully. Mualani using this weapon in that team would have 40% plus 48%, that is 88% HP. Do you know how much an HP Sand gives? 46%. This passive alone is 2 HP Sands. For the people who wants to fact check me, please do. I am happy to be proven wrong if I am wrong. Feel free to ask me more questions in the comments. I'm using Genshin Standard, putting all of the relevant skill of Mualani to level 9. For artifact substats, I also use Genshin Standard, a rotation of E3 of the buff and A from Mualani and half of her burst, meaning bursting every other rotation, vaping every hit. Also, I did account for Sacrificial Jade. Passive only works for 10 seconds and promptly remove the HP buff as well as the Elemental Mastery buff for her burst, which often happens after 10 seconds. I also did this for Waveriding Whirl because the passive also only work for 10 seconds. And we can also see in this rotation where I try to be extremely tight, all of Mualani's 3 buff normal attack is happening within 10 seconds and the burst is always happening after 10 seconds of her being on field. I would note that my Xiangling is not C4, so Xiangling's burst only lasts for 10 seconds. But when Xiangling is C4, her burst will last 14 seconds and should apply Pyro reliably enough for Mualani to vape her burst as well. I'm putting her A4 passive at 3 stacks always, Mualani and Silunan being 2 natlan characters, so they can trigger a Nitro burst 2 times in a 20-per-second rotation. And Silunan specifically, when her Nitro points reach the maximum, she will trigger an effect equal to that of her Nitro burst. So we're always gonna have 3 Nitro bursts in one rotation, or Mualani's passive. So in conclusion, the new 4-star catalyst is unexpectedly good on Mualani because it allows Mualani to burst every rotation, while the passive is giving Mualani 2 sands worth of HP. This weapon should also be better than Prototype Amber for Neuvillette, but it's falling short of Neuvillette's other 4-star weapons because he does not need that much ER. If you want my opinion on all the characters and weapons on the 5.2 Phase 1 banner, I talked about it near the end of my live stream earlier today. I'll put the video on the screen, and in the video there should be a timestamp for you to check it out. And if you like my content, like, subscribe, and make sure you return often. Happy wishing when the new banners are coming out tomorrow. I wish you the best of luck so you can get what you want.